Good evening. This is the news at 6 o'clock. The Member of Parliament for Sedgefield, Tony Blair, has been elected leader of the Labour Party with 57% of the vote, following the untimely death of his predecessor John Smith just over 2 months ago. In his victory speech, he said that the challenge of the Labour Party was not just to govern, but to inspire.
I can't believe it, Steve. I can't believe you'd stoop so low.
Kath, it ain't what it sounds like. You can't believe everything people are saying. I ain't a murderer.
Get out of my pub.
Kath, I love you.
Take that mangy cat with you.
Now, this is an exquisite piece. It may not look like much, but I can already tell that it's really quite unique. Why don't you tell the viewers at home where you found it?
It were my great-uncle's. Been in the family generations. My nan said he found it in the Ardennes.
Just lying in the mud?
That's right, yeah. Caught his eye, so to speak.
Well, I'm afraid I can't identify the maker's mark on this, but frankly, I don't need to in order to tell you that this ring is actually quite valuable.
Really?
Would you like to have a guess?
100 quid?
Well, I'd place it somewhere in the region of £20,000.
Oh.
Next, we return to our archaeological team in the northwest as Tony Basker presents another fascinating episode of Dig Team.
This week's Dig Team, Professor Wolford Nutt, University of East Anglia, archivist, Pam Vole, field archaeologist, Bob Cranter, University of York, landscape archaeologist, and Dennis Hume Whitshaw, Cumbria Archaeological Trust. This week, we're in Dabbing-on-the-Wold in Cumbria to look into the history of the Roman encampment that may have formed the basis for the Normans to build a church here over 1,000 years later, as well as trying to understand what made these Romans disappear. Welcome to Dig Team. I'm here on what is actually a surprisingly windy day in Dabbing-on-the-Wold, and I thought I'd start by talking to Dennis Hume Whitshaw over here in Trench 1. Hi, Dennis.
Oh, hello, Tony.
Now, you think that something quite unusual happened here for the Romans that made them up and leave, but why can't it be that they just left when the Empire collapsed?
Well, first of all, it's actually a really early Roman encampment, and from the evidence we've already collected, it seems that they abandoned it long before the Romans left Britain. Now, we've found all sorts of animal bones, arrowheads, sword pommels, and even, dare I say, human bones in a pit. That says to me that there was some sort of conflict here, some kind of mass grave, probably warfare of some description.
You're shaking your head, Pam. I'm getting the sense you don't completely agree with Dennis's hypothesis there.
Look, people leave a place for all sorts of reasons, and you know, just because there was a mass grave, it doesn't really mean that there was necessarily a single major event, you know? Within spitting distance from this field is the village of Dabbing-on-the-Wold itself, and that's been almost, completely abandoned since the 1920s. Now, there's all sorts of reasons for that, but you wouldn't point to just one event and say that it must have been...
Well, what about the storms in 1925?
Yes, there were a series of storms, we know that. But there's also been economic shifts, younger generations moving into the bigger cities, moving south, agricultural problems, flooding, drought, and so on.
Well, that's all well and good, but we're here to find out why the Romans left.
Well,
do you think we're going
it
to
could have been
find
the same for the
definitive
Romans.
proof one way or the other?
Well, I'd hope so, but...
Nothing's definitive when it comes to archaeology.
Oh, I'm getting someone waving at me from Trench 2. Okay, let's get over there and see what all the fuss is about. Bob, what have you found?
Tony, you're not going to believe this. I think you should get the others.
What is it?
Tunnels.
Tunnels?
Look at this stone here. That's the kind of construction we're so used to seeing in your typical Roman bathhouses, barracks and so on, but that's not the best bit. Look down there.
Oh my God. It's like the darkness goes on forever. The Apocalypse Players present Magnum Tenebrosum, a Call of Cthulhu scenario by Dominic Allen.
with Joseph Chance as Dr. John Elvedon, Danann McAleer as Colonel Ambrose Coghill, and our special guest, Tilly Steele, as Dr. Jemima Croft. Your keeper of arcane lore is Dominic Allen.
Part 19. Journey's End. And then you hear this from above you.
Oh, fuck.
And this crunch of masonry.
Oh, tits.
Do you look?
I mean, yes, I do.
Yes.
I would.
I think all I do is I say, they call dragons to you. And I try to look at where Coghill went to get the robes. And I can't quite remember where that was, but I seem to remember it was sort of...
It was like a hatch, wasn't it? It was... Oh, no, it was...
you went through to the sacristy or somewhere like that. I don't know.
The vestry or something, yeah.
We drive people mad on the Discord about this.
Yeah, I know.
But
All the I'll tell you what, the Catholic thread on Discord is popping off right now.
It always is, especially this time of night.
The Vatican subreddit.
Yeah. So I want to try and resist that if I can.
You're not in the church yet, so you're stood outside the church.
Sorry, outside.
Yeah, so you're right up by the door as you hear this noise above you.
I mean, you'd have to look, wouldn't you? You'd have
I
to
look. I do look.
Be
I know,
instinctive.
and I'm terrified and I've seen...
Can I try a power roll, Dom, to not look?
Yeah, absolutely.
I should have thought that. That's a really good call.
I feel like I'm just thinking they call dragons to you, and I've been scared of that line.
Yeah.
I don't understand what it means. 15 on my power.
Fuck a doodle do.
65 power.
You just hold your nerve and push the doors open.
Yeah.
The other two of you instinctively look up to see this gigantic serpentine figure,
The devil.
just on the roof of the church leaning over. It's got this really long, elongated neck and this tiny sort of dinosaur-like head. It's sort of got a long jaw with sharp teeth. It's studded with different eyes around its head. And these huge wings that are elongated. And it lets out this horrifying screech as lightning sort of ripples through the clouds above it. It doesn't seem to be paying you attention, but I will need sanity rolls from you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think so, yeah.
Studded with eyes. Not that I know that, but
Studded with eyes. Like a fucking Chris Tingle made of fucking... Oh, God.
Yay, I failed.
Oh, a 24. Oh, no, that is... I succeed. I imagine I still lose some, because it's a massive fucking dragon with loads of eyes.
Yeah. Actually, according to the book, you don't. Believe it or not.
Oh, well, I have seen it before, though, because I have been looking in the sky and I have seen those shapes, but I saw it being ridden. So it's like, I guess it's like dramatic as fuck, and I probably do piss myself a little bit, but it's not the first time I've seen one of these, so I'm like, another.
it's a man of a certain age.
Well, quite.
In the back of your mind, you've been expecting this, and disturbingly,
I knew this would
recognise
happen.
you recognise it especially from the black window. These were the figures with the long tongues.
Of course. I've been expecting you.
Mrs. Croft, however, you lose. This might be horrible. You lose 8 sanity points.
Holy fuck. Ooh. That's pretty...
This could push you to...
Mrs. Croft just dribbling.
a seismic charge comes out of her head and she just collapses. Oh my god.
So is that temporary insanity, or...?
It may well be.
Might be
Well, it
permanent.
is. But what did you start on? What?
70.
70.
Very sane.
I'm a psychiatrist. I'm terribly sane. It's my business.
How much have you lost?
So I was on 57. I'm now on 49.
Ooh, so 14, and you started on 70, and you're down to
49.
just now. You were down 49. So you've gone indefinitely insane, I'm afraid.
Yay! Join us. The water's warm.
It was always going to be a potential bout. Anyway, even if you didn't cross the line, so... And your intelligence is probably good enough to pass. So.
You know, indefinitely insane.
The best of us. The best of us.
I know.
And we're going to have a bout of madness. Have you got those insanity dice, Joseph?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
Let's have them.
Here they are.
That'd
The
be for a
bones.
laugh.
The bones.
The bones.
So
Your fate shall be decided by.
I'll roll both. So you get physical and mental. And Dom,
Oh, goody.
Dom will choose which he prefers. I suspect, Dom, but I leave that in your hands. Although actually, maybe green is. So you have a choice, Dom, between explosive rage or fainting, or possibly one of your legendary combinations of both.
So angry you faint.
Which I'm quite excited about. I can roll again if you like.
Roll again, just give us options.
Yeah.
I love it.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
But I'll take pictures as well if you want an idea.
There's of course frozen in fear or a really resilient and downright stubborn explosive rage.
Wow.
I think the dice are telling you something, Dom.
Yeah, they do seem to be.
Okay.
And I've got a gun.
You do have a gun.
Explosive rage is an interesting.
Yes.
I think it's the patriarchy of it all, Dom. I think I finally crack.
These fuckers.
I think the veneer, the repression,
Yes.
the violence, I just snap. And I think I'm not going to let them impregnate me with one of those snakes.
And I don't know how many bullets you've got left in your chamber.
I mean, it's a handgun, and I think, have I shot it?
The revolver?
I think you have.
Yeah.
Probably not that many.
And I think you empty it into the sky.
Bang, 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 bang.
Screaming. This thing sort of looks down at you and flies up into the air, screeches, and as you're holding up the gun, the ring on your hand just starts to glow, and it sort of shines out slightly, and the thing circles as if it's sort of keeping its distance, and then, willed by your rage, it screeches again and flies off into the woods.
Oh.
And you see it swoop down below the tree line, and you suddenly hear a scream as it goes up into the air, and this black-robed figure just drops out of the sky. Splat!
So I've been its warm-up act. I've G'd it up to go and...
You
It's
fucking
worse than
sent it. Fuck.
Yeah, you suddenly realise you willed it to do that.
Fuck me.
And your hand starts shaking. Probably the gun drops from your hands as you...
Oh, God!
Oh my
You
god.
gain 5 Cthulhu mythos.
Yeah, I'd fucking say so. Wow. Fuck me.
And worryingly, there is now a commotion in the woods. And probably other figures are coming. You can see some of the lights are coming back the other way, not as organised. They're obviously going to try and find out what the hell just happened, and they probably heard the gunshots. What do you all do?
We've seen this happen.
Oh, yes.
You definitely have.
Yeah. Oh my god. This figure drops right in front of us, right? Just, what is it like?
Not right in front of you. It's like in the village square.
We see them in the woods, I think, yeah.
Cloaked figure.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
My god, your ring, it's glowing. We need to get inside. Oh, shit.
She's just screaming.
This is
Naturally.
Croft. Oh God.
Quite right, too. Walk, guys, walk. We need to get inside. I think... I'm just...
Sister-fuckers, motherfuckers!
Sister-fucker.
You deserve to die!
Mein Gott. I think it's like, for me, I see, I've seen like young men in the war like losing their minds in the trenches and stuff, and I see that exposure. To me it looks like someone who's seen too much suddenly, and I think I recognise it as that, and I will ironically try to manhandle Mrs. Croft into the church, sort of saying, It's all right. We have to get to cover. Yes, we'll get the sister fuckers. We'll show them what for. But we look, they're coming from all angles. We have to get inside. After Elvedon. But I mean, you may well be trying to just fucking knock me out.
And as Elvedon's ahead of you, walking between the pews. But for you, Coghill, you're trying to keep Mrs. Croft's head down.
Yes.
Because you need to keep below the line of the trench.
Exactly.
Otherwise, the Jerrys will see you.
Yes. Quite right. Heads down. Socks up. Pull your socks up, lads. Here we go.
I think I'm now I've tired myself out from the screaming.
It's just incessant.
I've sort of gone into sort of catatonic state. I'm just looking at my gun and I'm a bit sad that I don't have any bullets left.
Yeah. It's all, I see the glance down at the sad, melancholic look at the gun. Don't worry, I've got plenty in my pocket. Loads of ammo. Let's just get inside. Heads down, socks up. Here we go. And I'm just sort of, basically trying to get in after Elvedon before any of these cloaked figures who might be emerging back from the woods after this catastrophic attack see us,
So what do? You're in the church. It's really dark and quiet.
I need some light to be able to look at this scroll, which is my determined action. I've been charged.
Oh no, Elvedon, you don't need light. It's oh fuck. There goes the church.
Well, also, I better not light any black candles, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I am sort of, because I haven't looked at anything and I haven't lost any sanity for that moment, although this is all utterly horrifying.
Yeah. Were you obviously in there before us, so you like...
I am desperately, my hands trembling, I'm looking for an ordinary candle. Or even a light switch, although I doubt there's a light switch.
Well, I mean, there's no light switch, but there are ordinary candles.
So I'll go to my nearest stack of 3 or 4.
And you're going to set to reading this document.
Yeah, I need to look at it. If there's enough time to try and work out what he means by backwards, I mean, literally, does it mean something else backwards? And of course, I never thought to look at it in that context, so... Like some sort of trick or game from the old undergraduate days.
Backwards. Reading it backwards?
So you're currently stood in the centre of the church. You've lit one of those big tapers, and you're trying to read it. Time is pressured, so I'm going to ask for a Latin roll.
Yes.
It will take you a bit of time to read anyway, but you're trying to sort of skim it, essentially.
So I've got 50% on Latin.
That's pretty good.
My God, but I haven't passed, guys. I'm on a 59. It's nearly all of my luck to pass
You could push it.
Or I could push it on a 50. Do I play conservative and safe, Tilly, and spend 9 of my 12 luck?
I don't know that we've got much time left. I think...
Or do I keep that 12 luck for the horrors that are about to come? It's a 50% chance. I can do this. I light another candle.
You could just push it. Yeah.
I light another
without
candle.
looking. Without looking, you reach for a candle and light it off the other one.
I both love you and hate you for that sentence. Disappointingly, don't answer 15.
Brilliant. You suddenly realise, shit, have I lit one of those black ones? Oh no, it's just a normal candle.
Oh, it's dark. It's dark up top. Is it one of the black ones? Oh God. I nearly vomit all over the scroll.
So you're skimming this. You've got a few minutes to skim this thing. What are the other two doing during that time?
Well, if we've made it in, I think maybe. I mean, if Croft, if you've gone properly catatonic, I think first port of call. I'm an old man, so I'd probably like sit you on the edge of a pew and sort of Elvedon, where are you? Can I see Elvedon? Where?
Yeah, he's just there reading this scroll.
Nunque quam multiple.
Yes.
No, that's not right.
I've always said that. That's what my old grandmother used to say. And I want to shut the doors behind us and try and like barricade them, like try and like pull a pew across or something.
Getting the pews in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Great.
Get the pews in,
so
mate.
you're doing that.
Yeah. Get the pews in for the lads.
Wonderful.
Can we? Finally.
Croft would drink us under the table, I suspect.
Well, there's plenty of altar wine to be had. let's get this closed up.
Can you give me listen rolls?
Oh, yes. Do we have to? Or can I just choose not to?
You can choose not to listen, but I mean, well, no, it's sort of passive. You can't help not hearing things.
I know, I was joking.
I've failed a 48 on my 35.
Ooh, well, that's a 3, so that'll be an extreme success regardless. However shot my ears are from, and they are shot. It's a 3, and so even with the trenches, even with
it's that frequency. It's that frequency.
It's got to be that thing. I think it's because of the heightened state we're in, like seeing, heads down, socks up. Jerry's there. We're trying to get through, and I'm hyper aware.
I think you've pricked your ears up. You're hearing, the distant sound of gatling and shouting and the rumble of warfare. Yeah. And then it sort of fades away and you realise that's just in your imagination, because what you can actually hear, it's sort of floating up from underground somewhere, this cavernous space.
Oh, for tits.
You think about those tunnels that run under the village.
Yes.
Where they go, who knows? But perhaps there's one underneath the church, because you suddenly hear this echoing, or this sort of chanting. Oh, Magnum Tenebrosum profundum sine lumine, Dominus obscuritatis rex omnium terribilium.
Magnus Tenebrosum, that's the name of the film. They just dropped the name of the film in the film.
In umbris latins omni luce devorans, te adoramus qui nomine caret magnus nominandus. And it echoes up, and it fills you with this kind of lurching dread. And somehow, distantly underneath all of this, you understand that whatever they're about, they have begun.
Oh, my God.
Nos famuli sumus mortalis infirmi, qui ad tuam tenebram revolvimur.
Oh, they're Scottish, are they?
Yes.
My God.
It's just the way some Latin sounds.
Yes. No, I'm sure. And I think if I manage to pull some stuff like pews and stuff against the back of the doors, I think I will. I know Elvedon's there with his. Are you still there with the script? And I don't know if Mrs. Croft is anything, but I'm going to try and just go back to them. Try to go to Mrs. Croft and be like, wake up, for God's sake. We're in a terrible state here.
What's going on?
Look at me.
Let's burn the place to the ground.
Well, I think Elvedon's probably ahead of us on that one. Let's go quick. We must get to him. We must be together for this. He's got the Latin inscription. We might be able to stop them. Stop those bastards. Stop the... What did you call it?
All right. I'm coming.
The patriarchy? Never heard that phrase before, but whatever it is, it sounds dreadful.
Distantly mixing with the Latin chanting, you hear this growing wail, a woman's voice, like a woman in the throes of childbirth.
Oh, Jesus!
For fuck's sake! They're beneath us.
Distant and
it doesn't sound like from beneath.
Yeah. It sounds from beneath, but distant, like down a big tunnel.
We're too late. The poor girl.
Elvedon, you have now deciphered most of this text as best you can.
Oh, shit.
It seems to describe a ritual which requires a particular symbol drawn out on the floor, which is a circle and 2 triangles with a sort of S shape through the middle.
Yeah.
It requires 7 black candles to be lit, and then for this chant to be done over the body of basically over a woman, a pregnant woman.
Oh, Shittington.
It doesn't say pregnant.
But do I get the sense that this completes it, or do I get the sense that this stops it?
You probably get the sense this completes it. And actually, this is what they're doing. You get the sense
what they're doing now.
Quite probably.
But did it?
You gain. You gain 5 mythos.
Yeah.
From reading it, because the rest of the text is all about the Magnum Tenebrosum, the Great Darkness, spawned, which is the avatar of the Magnum Innominandum, the Great Unknowable One, or the child of it. That this will bring forth the birth of the avatar, and someone can take it on and basically gain sort of immortality, among other things. It's a great source of power.
Oh, man.
But you're also going to need to do a sanity roll.
Yeah, of course.
No, it's a text, so you just lose the sanity.
Yeah, instant.
You lose 3 sanity points.
Oh dear, how am I doing?
Are you insane? You're not insane.
No, I'm not yet, but that's not good. So I've now lost. I was doing quite well, but it's getting dicey. So I've now, weirdly, I've only lost 8 so far. 5, 6, no, 3, 9. I've now lost 9. 5, no.
In aeternis obscuris, ti glorificamus, vitae corruptor, meta monstrorum, umbrarum genitor, nomen alienum, tuae potestastis tempertines sucienimus, o Magnum Tenebrosum nobis revela, nos absorbe.
Please, Vicar, we're trying to concentrate.
Just passing around a collection tin.
Yeah. yes.
Hang on
fine.
a second.
Guide dogs for the cats or whatever.
Bad maths. No, I'm fine. No, hang on a second. You round down, don't you? You round down. So 58, a fifth of 58.
11, 58, 11.
11. So yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, so 9. I'm 2 away, guys. I'm 2 away.
So I think, at that point, if I'm not mistaken, I think Nee and Jemima are going to be sort of meeting Elvedon there, both sort of wide-eyed and sort of ranting about the patriarchy.
I turn wide-eyed and I say, it's what they're doing. They're completing the birth of the Antichrist. Here.
My God.
Dobbin on the wold.
Of all places.
We must stop it.
How do we stop it? How?
They're beneath us. I can hear them beneath us.
The woman. We must go to the woman. The woman you saw in the house. Was she the one? One of the girls who was taken.
Absolutely.
And then they've taken Elizabeth Streatley. We must go to the Roehampton's house. There must be a tunnel that leads to the Roehampton's house, yes?
Yes, but I fear it's too late. I fear she's already been taken.
I look frantically. My arms start to do slightly weird things as you can.
Oh God!
I think both of you realise. I don't know if Croft's kind of coming out of her madness, right?
Yeah, I think I'm still.
Yeah.
So I think as with your keen mind, I feel.
I'm crazy, but I'm not ugly.
I feel like Jemima sees through all of her psychological training a person doing everything they can to stop themselves from just throwing these candles into the wooden pews.
Yes.
Because clearly I am suffering a desire to set this church on fire.
My God, he's gone cephalopoidal. Look at the state of him. The
tunnels, Coghill.
Yes.
I grab you by one hand and the big fat taper by the other, and then I just throw the taper at the stack of pews and the door.
Oh God, man!
And at that moment, the door goes.
They hear.
Someone shouts, "They're in the church! They're in the church!"
Tits.
And one of the pews slips.
We need to get down.
Coghill, take us.
Listen, we need to get into the tunnels. They've taken her. They've taken her from the Roehampton's place. She's already beneath. I can hear the screams coming from beneath us. We need to figure out how to get down there.
There's suddenly a screech.
Oh, bollocks!
And something much bigger hits the door. And the pews cascade down. And the door ricochets again. What are you going to do?
Where we found, wasn't it where we found the cloaks and the candles? Was that not down into?
It was, yes, indeed.
Yeah. So we want to run straight there.
And there were other tunnels that led off, right?
Yeah. So it's like I run straight there. This way. They're already downstairs. We can't stay here.
I grab a candle.
Good.
Can I? You know the rings Can we still feel this kind of buzzing?
Yes, yeah, very much so.
Can I try and like connect to the kind of rage that I felt
Oh, yeah.
that impacted the serpent thing? And I want to see if I can like scream so loud and with so much rage at the people, at the men that I can hear outside, that the serpent will just eat their heads.
Specifically
So
their
I'll need
head.
it-
I love the specificity.
Eat their heads.
I love
Very
it.
delicately,
Yeah.
just
Like cherries.
So the first thing I'll need is a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Okay. Well, that's probably not going to work out.
Well, no,
we'll
I mean
try.
it rarely does, but
You got
I mean,
5%.
fucking
Oh my
fair play.
god!
What?
I rolled a 2. I have 15.
Yes. Oh, I mean, yes, but oh my.
Oh, did you start with Mythos?
I think I started with. I think I might have gained. I already had 10.
You gained
Gained
then-
some, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
And then I just gained 5. Then
It's an extreme success. Natural. No luck. This is unheard of.
So you reach out with your mind.
oh my god!
You feel like you're projecting yourself through the wall to the
Oh my god!
entity beyond it, and you connect with something, an intelligence, a mind that is not human, but is intelligent.
Oh,
And it feels, if your thoughts are kind of sometimes brittle or cloudy or firm, these thoughts are slimy and slippery and cold like the stars, cold like the void of space.
Oh, dumb.
Oh, God.
I want them dead. The sister fuckers.
The sisters.
The motherfuckers. I want them dead. Dead.
There's another intelligence here as well.
Mrs. Croft.
It does feel more human, and I'm going to need a.
Is it Will Self?
Well, first of all, you connect with it. It does sound like Will Self.
It's Villa. It's voiced by Will Self.
And you hear this voice that says, "You should not have come here. You've interfered with things beyond your ken."
I don't care. I want you all dead. Everything with a penis in this locale.
Oh, mine rotted away long ago.
Well, you used to have one that counts.
Oh, can I just interject? No, no. Not me, please.
And then the voice says,
You're already too late.
Oh, fuck.
The birthing has begun. Tenebros is coming.
Oh, fuck's sake.
and I'm going to need an opposed power roll to take control of this.
Oh, man.
Okay.
This is so
Right,
fucking dramatic.
This
This
is
is crazy.
This
So
is-
I managed
this
to
was-
take control of it with my madness. But now I'm okay. So
There's
I
someone else in the
rolled-
driving seat at the moment.
I rolled a 70 and my power is 70.
Okay, a success. So
That's
let's
a
see.
success.
pretty astonishing. It's right in there as a success, but he's going to counter you.
So he's rolled a success as well, which means you would need to spend enough luck to make it a hard success or push the roll to try and get a hard success.
I've got 16 luck left.
I mean, pushing the
So
roll
I
on a
don't
70
think
sounds
that's
good to
enough
me,
to
but
get me into a...
it's not hard, is it?
Okay, I'm going to push the roll. I'm going to push the roll with how much hatred I feel in my heart for everything I've been through and for the plight of these two women. Seemingly there's nothing I can do to help them. And the rage just boils up within me. And I scream. And I say,
That snake is mine.
and I rolled a 54, which I don't think will do it.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
The world is
Oh,
unfair
man.
and cruel. This we know.
That's exactly what you would have
So-
got if you'd spent the luck, right? 16 luck you had.
Under it, I think. Well, I can't spend luck on a push
But I
roll.
mean, as
So
in,
I think
it's exactly the same number. It's weird.
what happens is you suddenly feel very loose in yourself, and you're not quite sure what's happened.
Oh, we're fucked.
The rage
We're fucked.
subsides momentarily. As the other two are scrabbling for the trapdoor, you hear the trapdoor go back, and they're going, come on, come on! as you're stood there, at which point the door finally bursts open, and there's a bunch of cultists there pushing the door open in their robes, and behind them this gigantic serpent thing that just sort of looks at you with its many eyes, and then just suddenly snaps down and bites one by the head, flicks him up into the air. He hits one of the beams at the top of the church and crashes down. The others start screaming, and they're not sure what to do, and this thing's crashing around.
I love it.
And
I get slight buyer's remorse as I'm watching this happen. I'm like, oh no!
Not like this.
Oh, I wanted this. I got a bit angry.
Yeah. Listen, we've all sunk a bottle of Pinot and gone off on men, but I didn't
want it to be like this. I didn't actually want them all to die.
So you've kind of got what you wanted, which means that the result of failing a pushed roll hasn't yet perhaps manifested.
Oh man.
But we'll see what happens.
Great. Well, I've got loads of hope for our future then.
I never thought the serpent I ordered to bite people's heads off would bite my head off.
Well, yeah.
You were very specific about
I will be saying in 20 minutes' time.
Yeah. As we sort of Croft, Jemima, quick, down with us. We're seeing all this fucking carnage and that sort of.
I think there's no way I don't look back, and I'm afraid to say.
Yeah, I mean,
that is obviously
that is a sanity roll.
Well, you've already seen it, but I haven't seen it yet, and I.
God, that's true. Yeah,
the beast is made real for me, and I have impressively failed my 40. What am I on? My 45 sanity, 46 sanity. I rolled a 76.
So I think I will need a sanity roll from Coghill as well, because you haven't taken the full san loss from this thing.
Exactly.
Mrs. Croft is still just coming out of her bout of madness, so I'm not going to make you roll.
I've rolled a 6, so it's a very good success. It might be my bad eyesight.
You lose nothing. You lose nothing. You lose nothing.
Just a big bloody dragon.
How did Elvedon do?
Yeah, it's a big fat fail.
You lose 6 sanity points.
Oh, jeebus.
Indefinite. Into the indefinite go I. Plunging over. Down to 40 sand. From my starting 58.
Do you want the insanity dice?
Why not? Why not? I shall roll them.
As I'm sort of, reaching my hand out to Jemima, quickly, and he's doing the same, but then obviously it suddenly becomes tinged with a hint of
I have
rage,
related phobia.
Oh, good.
Or in my case, I suppose philia. And or catatonia. So, would you like another offer?
I think let's go with phobia.
Yeah.
I think in that moment you develop crippling nyctophobia. You're suddenly terrified of the dark.
Oh God!
As you descend into this basement, you can't go down there. No way can you go down there. It's too dark.
Man.
It's too dark down there.
Oh man!
There could be anything down there.
It's the obsidian blackness. No, it's the devil's realm. It's made up of the darkness.
What are you saying?
Illuminaciones. That is the whole principle. And I scrabble back up.
Jemima, Mrs. Croft, quickly. Is it like a one person? Yeah, is it like one person fits through?
Pretty much.
So he's sort of started to go down first, and then he's now scrabbling back up. So we're
no, he's just like no.
Quick.
I think I have some residual rage.
Yeah, I bet.
Towards all men.
Yeah.
And I look at his cowardice, and just with the heel of my boot, I just one firm push him down the hole.
Oh wow!
Brilliant!
Wow! I look at his cowardice, and I just with the heel of my boot.
I think this is where we were always headed.
Yeah.
Elvedon Croft. They were always going to end up at one point with this.
A boot heel involved in
Boots
some way.
Boots were going to be involved. Yeah.
It was going to be crushed under her boot.
Meanwhile, Ambrose sort of just takes a cigarette and wanders off. No.
Well, and possibly you light it from what I'm trying to make, as I'm tumbling down, as I'm sort of desperately trying to get my... I already burnt my jumper, I seem to remember.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, you did. So now I think I'm just trying to get my jacket to turn it into an improvised torch to fight against the darkness.
Well, as you fall.
But as I'm falling, right, my lighter flies from my hands, my jacket goes... maybe it catches slightly, Dom. There's this sort of, but it's not dramatic because I've got no petrol-laced rags left, so it's just this sort of kind of weird. The fumes, the arsonist's fumes that lace my tweed, sort of damp sparks.
It's a remarkable image, but essentially what you're describing is a man flailing while he falls for a couple of seconds into a dark cellar.
Dropping things into his absolute horror.
Yeah.
Can you give me a dexterity roll, please?
Yes.
Oh, God.
That is an 84 on my 45.
Oh, so you lose a hit point because you land on your back onto the cold flagstones of the Undercroft.
I feel myself closer to death by one. I now have 2 hit points left.
Yes.
So you descend into this Undercroft, and you find yourselves in there.
The trapdoor closed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coghill.
Okay.
Fortescue.
Yes. Who? We're
Maynard.
here.
Where are you?
No, man. Don't worry.
Sappers.
Croft and Coghill.
Sappers. They're always down here.
Oh no.
Jerry Sappers.
No.
An angel
no Sappers here now.
kicked me in the face. She's made me go blind.
I slap him really hard.
Fair enough.
I lick you. Are you the angel? Are you the angel sent to save me? I lick people now in madness. That's obviously.
It's not a live show now, darling.
Apparently it is.
I am. Yes, if that's what you need me to be, I'll be whatever you need me to be, baby.
Coghill. I slap him back.
Yeah. So we slap each other for about 10 minutes back and forth. So.
And then what do you do?
It's good stuff.
And then.
Are you down here with us, Tilly? Tilly's down here with us, right?
Yeah,
you've all come down. Sorry, that is to say, Croft is down here with us. Tilly's
My
fine.
God, Tilly.
She's in her home.
Thank God you're here, Tilly.
I remember you from
can
drama
save
school.
us.
Oh God.
You're a capable woman. You
don't
can
remember
save
me
us.
like this.
Now you're down here, you can hear much clearer the chanting coming from near the back of the Undercroft, where things have been disturbed down here. They've obviously been down here to get things, you guess.
Yes.
Or someone's been down here because things have been moved.
Oh,
and
God.
there is a tunnel. There is a tunnel where this sound is coming from, this chanting and this wailing and these other noises. You can all hear it now, this kind of skittering, slimy noises. What do you do?
Oh God, it sounds like a squid on a skateboard.
The dynamite. I need the dynamite. Bring it. We can do counter charges. I know a little bit about it.
Oh yes.
There is no dynamite. Who's got a gun?
We'll bring the trench down. They won't be able to get us.
Listen, man.
They must have some light. Please.
No.
I start looking desperately for my lighter.
We do need light. Yes. I'm helping him look for the light. I mean, we do need light, right? We're sort of in the pitch darkness. I've got a lighter, right? I mean, I'm a smoker. So, I mean, I've used it before, so I pulled mine out at least, and I use my lighter to help him find his lighter. And I'm sort of, as I'm doing it, I'm saying, listen, man, it isn't no man's land now. We're not the sun, we're not in Mons, this isn't Wipers. We're under the church, in dabbing of the world, and we're fucked. And we need to find this woman before...
I hug you at the waist as you're making this speech.
Oh my God.
Clasping you, so long as I can stay in the raiment of the light. And I say, dabbing of the world, yes, under the ground,
yes.
In the darkness, light the way. The cross must be lit. The demon must be sent back to hell.
Can we see, if I light my lighter, can we see any of the, we're all ringed and robed, right?
No, I think we just have a robe with us. We aren't robed.
Oh, yeah.
Can you all give me spot hidden rolls?
Oh, tits. I knew I shouldn't have lit up this room. We should have stayed in the darkness where we were safe.
I've just rolled a 6, which is an extreme success.
Wow. I've just rolled a 93 on my 25.
We don't want to see what's going on.
I have unfortunately passed 29 on a 35.
So, you catch a glint when the lighter goes on.
Does he have a kind face?
In the floor, you see there's a metal inlay, and it's a circle with arrows and a snake shape, and it's embedded very finely in the floor.
Elvedon, what do your elf eyes see?
I need more light. I must have more light. And I'm lighting my tweed jacket. Weirdly, I've managed in my frenzy of wrapping myself around you, I just thrust my tweed jacket into your lighter. But just at the right point, because I am now an expert arsonist.
Yeah.
Where I think it does catch. But obviously this is deeply unsafe.
And also, I'm such an alcoholic. I've been sweating neat alcohol all day, so like the fumes of that is just the whole room goes up like a fucking.
As Croft looks on with a disdainful air as these two men, reduced to the very last dregs of their humanity by their own obsessions. And I've got a burning jacket in my hands. My hands are burning with this light.
Quickly, man, quickly.
What do we see beyond this? So there's this astonishing door in the ground, right?
No, it's just a hole, really.
Oh, a hole.
A hole in the earth.
With the symbol.
It just goes deep.
Oh, God.
No, the symbol's on the floor. It's laid into the...
I see.
the flagstones.
What's it laid into with? Like, what
it's
is
just like a metal... It's an iron inlay, an iron motif in the flagstones.
So not easily destroyed then?
I throw the burning tweed jacket into the maw of darkness.
You now see there's various black candles dotted around that aren't lit.
So 7 black candles could be lit.
And we're all wearing rings.
And the process of the avatar could be brought, the birth of the avatar could be brought into being, and with it boons and favours for those who bring it. So what's this place then?
Can we hear the screaming, and it's definitely coming from down the hole, the tunnel, yeah.
Am I coming out of my bout of madness?
I think so, probably, yeah.
Well, maybe I'm sort of cusping, and I think in the cusping that makes more sense.
You're cusping, I'm edging. Listen,
exactly.
We're all on
but
the verge.
I'm crowning.
But between the two of us, I turn to the crown, and I say to her, "You can do this. I know you can." As I clutch the bleeding marks on my face where your boot is imprinted across my jaw.
The Ugg fight, the Ugg print.
I know you can do this.
Me? What do you mean, me?
You've seen things that I could never see. There's something here that could be reversed. This is the spot. Seek it. This is the spot. And I tear my shirt open, because I know I'm just wearing shirt, braces, vest, and tie, and I tear my shirt open, and I tear at it, and I...
Magic Mike dabbing on the wall edition.
And I take out my grandfather's pipe, and I stab myself in my left pap.
Oh my God.
Like the pelican feeding his children.
Most stressful striptease I've ever fucking witnessed.
And I say, take my blood and fuel your magic. And I don't do anything to you, but I offer it to you on my knees.
I just let it. I feel like his hand just like slides down my face with his blood.
Well, no, I don't. Yeah.
I'm just stood there completely impassive.
I like it because that's what I think. I'm not doing anything, but of course, actually, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah. But I didn't think that. Brilliant.
But you didn't put that on me.
Depth perception is off.
And his hand just slides down my face, and I just kind of look at him.
You immediately absorb a shitload.
I absorb his Cthulhu mythos.
Yeah.
Well,
you absorb his soul. You're trying to do something, right?
I'm at that desperate stage. Here, I'll roll my Cthulhu mythos to give her an advantage, and I don't know what that is.
Oh, fuck me!
But I think I'm now on 5.
Well, we could do the ritual. Do I need to be pregnant? I'm a woman.
It doesn't actually say anything about being pregnant.
We could do our own.
It's implied, isn't it?
That's what I'm trying to do.
We could do our own competitor ritual and see if the snake likes us more and gives us the Antichrist.
Yes.
That would be pretty embarrassing for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Take that, you culty weirdos.
But what do we do with it when we have it? We don't want to put it in you.
We can co-parent.
Do you need another idea roll?
I'll take it on the weekends.
Should we idea roll?
Well, what do you think you need to do? What do you think you should do?
Destroy the symbol?
I want to bring light.
Know.
I want to bring light to this.
You want to bring light. I want to.
Light to the darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, come on, we've got an arsonist down here and we can't bring light to the darkness.
I know.
What the fuck's happened?
No, I can't organise a...
I've got some laudanum. Is that flammable?
But it's a different kind of light, isn't it? It's a spiritual light. It's to counter the Tenebrosum, we need the
black light
illumination.
Could we pray? Shall we pray?
So
may we play?
Well, essentially, that's what I think I'm offering with this. So, Dom, I'm going to try and give all of my magical power to Croft.
Okay.
In a thaumaturgical sense, because I am a theologian, and I feel like this. I've just met the devil upstairs, right?
Yeah.
And I've now plunged through darkness, all of my fear. I'm held in the raiment of Coghills. Jesus Christ!
You're still gripping me around the waist, right? Just sort of.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I'm going to roll my 5 Cthulhu Mythos.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can give her my power.
Fucking hell.
Oh, it's just not enough, guys.
Oh, shit.
You tried.
I mean, it was a noble, insane offer.
It's a 33, even with a 12, Sam. But I could push it, right? I could push it with a 5.
Oh, I would. I definitely would. I don't think that's risky at all.
5% chance push. But there's no luck that I can do. So a failed push Cthulhu Mythos.
Well, can I, if we're having this discussion about becoming the light in the darkness, right?
You must be the light. I
could get down on my knees and just start to pray and start to contact some kind of higher power.
Yes.
And use my own mythos or whatever to do it.
Whereas while these two are doing that, I'm just like, for God's sake, the woman, she needs help. That's the whole point. We have to help the women. But we've got to do it backwards. And I just start running backwards down the tunnel.
Backwards, Widdershins.
Well, no, I say
moonwalking. You invent the moonwalk.
I haven't worked that out yet. I'm moonwalking down the tunnel. Ambrose Coghill moonwalks down the tunnel.
But Tilly, would you remember the Umidacium uprising?
Naturally.
None would face the darkness. A soothsayer made mockeries of the abominable cultists' rites, using knowledge of the trees and the moon.
Hey, that's what I did.
Yeah. So by moonwalking,
I got that guy to bite his head off.
Yeah.
So this is the time. You use your
praying.
moonwalk. The reverse moonwalk.
Please, God, or Jesus, or whoever's up there, please.
While Ambrose Coghill, a 64-year-old retired colonel, moonwalks down a tunnel towards.
So Coghill's receding down this tunnel as Mrs. Croft gets into the middle of this shape and starts praying. What is Elvedon doing in this moment?
I mean, I'm being a bit naughty because I'm trying to hold a pushed roll to see whether she can do it.
Well, you don't have to. You can just accept the fail. That's absolutely fine.
I'll accept the fail.
Or you can push it.
I'll accept the fail.
What?
I'll accept the fail.
First time? He's never accepted a fail before.
So, what I'm going to say is Elvedon, you can give me an idea roll if you want to, but it will need to be extreme.
Do it.
And
I'll try it. Don't take the pressure.
It'll give you an idea. The consequences for failing are going to be pretty bad, I think. But
Elvedon, Mrs. Croft, follow me.
It's only a 12% chance, but I think he's now committed. I think he would. He'd take those odds. But it is a failed roll.
Oh, God.
It's a 42, so I can't spend them up.
At this moment,
What a tragic
Mrs.
series of
Croft.
rolls.
It's not been good.
well, here's what happens. Coghill, you suddenly realise you can't see where you're going. You're going backwards. You don't realise the tunnel has a drop in it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No.
And it's too late by the time you realise. And it's because it's sort of muddy. You just or smooth.
This is how it ends.
Smooth. You end up sliding down. You slide backwards down this tunnel. Mrs. Croft, the consequences of your failed pushed power roll earlier suddenly.
Yes.
Oh, God.
You're praying and you're appealing to Jesus, to God, to all these people, and something answers. And it's that voice again. And it says, well, unfortunately, you're running out of time, aren't you? And now I see what you were trying to do. Clueless all along. Well, we're going to have to put a stop to this. And you suddenly realise you can't control your body. And you stand up. And Elvedon, you see Mrs. Croft get up. You hear this, down the tunnel.
Yeah. Oh, bollocks.
And then you suddenly realise the mockeries. Yes, the soothsayed mockeries. And what was it Ernest Abel had said? Backwards. You have to do the ritual backwards. And that's what you realise in that moment. You just have to do it backwards. And you look, there's enough candles. There's a woman. But the woman has now turned to you. And
Cut the music.
is holding out the gun. And it clicks a few times.
Oh, God.
She throws it down.
Oh, God.
And then starts coming towards you.
Oh,
What do you do?
Just beat me unconscious and do the ritual.
Well, I was going to say, I think
That's what she
I
says.
don't need, I don't need to be conscious.
I think I have
She's
to
coming
try.
at you with outstretched hands
Yeah,
to strangle
I
you.
have
It
to
says,
try and
beat me unconscious. Beat me unconscious.
I have to try and knock her down. That's what I have to try and do. I don't really want to hurt her, so it is a maneuver.
Oh, don't be a hero. Knock her the fuck out.
I've got 7 hit points. Just hit me.
But I mean, to knock someone out, I think is a maneuver, right? Unless you've got the
Oh,
drop
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to just wrestle and break arms and gouge, and I'm trying to incapacitate so that I can do this ritual in reverse. Oh my God, Dom, that's a 0-5 on my brawl. That's an extreme success.
Wow. I think the body tries to dodge.
The luck had to change.
Can you give me a dodge roll, Tilly?
Yeah,
Yes. Oh, my dodge is quite good.
yeah, I seem to remember it is good.
I have succeeded my dodge roll.
What did you roll? You need
So I
an extreme.
rolled. I didn't get an extreme success. Just
So
at a
you clock
40
it.
on my 52.
Whack.
And I think it's with a candle. I've smacked her with a candle.
Yeah.
And she goes down, unconscious in the middle of this circle.
I drag her to the center and I start frantically lighting these 7 candles.
Wonderful.
And I look back at where Coghill is as I pull out this crumpled paper. I just think, I can't help him. He's doomed. He's lost to the hells. He's lost to the depths. And I start in reverse.
Great. Coghill, meanwhile, you find yourself in a wider tunnel.
Oh, God.
With a stone floor, and you realise it opens up at the end, and you can see rain is coming down. You realise that must be the well ahead of you, and beyond the well, the tunnel extends, and there is light down there, and that's where the chanting and the wailing is coming from. And I think you get a pretty clear view down that tunnel of a woman on her back, and figures around her, and that man, a bald man who you recognise is Roehampton.
Yes.
The revenant body of Roehampton. His eyes are rolled back, so they're completely white, as if he's somewhere else. But the other figures are chanting, and something is moving out of this woman. It's a long, very pale hand, huge, pale hand, and then another, and another, and another, and another,
Oh my
and another.
fucking Christ. Oh God.
And it starts to drag itself along the floor, and this sort of darkness starts to pour out. Is there anything you want to do besides do a sanity roll?
Yes, I'd like to put the gun to my head and pull the trigger. No, I don't do that. I don't do that.
You realize this must be the Magnum Tenebrosum. This is Tenebros, and so I'm going to need a sanity roll.
It has to be. I was about to say, it has to be a sanity roll before I know what on earth I do. Which means I'll probably not be able to decide.
Yeah, shit.
That's a 10, so it's a success somehow.
That's pretty good.
That's an insanely good roll.
But let's see what you get on a success. You lose 3 sanity points and have a bout of madness.
Yeah, naturally.
What phobias and manias do you have?
Well, so I've got shell shock, so a terror of loud noises, which is why the thunder was fucking with me, and an obsession with tidiness and cleanliness.
Oh, of course. And you suddenly realise you're staring down a trench.
Yes.
At a Gatling gun that's charging up, and you realise the best thing to do, if you're running away, you're just going to be gunned down.
Yes.
The better thing to do is to run towards.
Exactly. Like when I stood my ground in the police station. Like when I stood my ground in Wipers, where Tommy died. This is for Tommy. And I straight down.
You start sprinting down this trench, and you can hear that above your head, and you keep down.
Yes.
And you can hear someone shouting, "Gas! Gas!"
Yes.
But you just keep running. You hold your breath, and you plough into the hands that grab you.
Yes.
And they take hold,
Oh,
and they
God.
start to wrench you into the darkness.
Yes. Margaret? No!
Meanwhile, back upstairs, Croft is unconscious for now.
Classic.
Elvedon is chanting away. I think this is going to require a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
5% chance, guys.
Come on.
Come on, you can do it.
It's a very strong offer of a 64 to start.
Wow. Amazing. We've done it.
Finally.
My 12 luck
We're
is out of
free.
the question. I feel it all unraveling. I feel there were those days where I was at the theology college, where I pored over these extra manuscripts that I didn't really need to read. They were extra to the curriculum. The Tripos didn't care, but I wanted more. There was stuff about the Demoniorum. There was there was stuff on the Hollow Hills. There was stuff on the principles of those forgotten principles that are often spoken of in that place known as the Black Country, where they talk about the principles of engineering and the occult practices of that. And it all seems to cohere in this moment where I think, no, there must be something in all of that reading that I can use. And I can feel my brain cells almost popping out of my ears as I push this Cthulhu Mythos roll
Oh, mate.
on
Do
a
it.
5% chance.
Fucking do it.
Hang on, how many bouts of madness have you had?
In my indefinite
70.
insanity.
Enough.
Wait, do I gain one even though I pass my intelligence roll?
Each time.
Did I gain a Cthulhu Mythos then?
No,
I
it's
don't.
for every bout of madness you've had. 5 for the first one, and then 1 for every subsequent.
Sadly, it is still only the one. So I can't claim 6%.
So here it is. 5% chance
Push roll.
to win the game.
Mad.
To win the game?
No.
Oh, mate.
I don't think we've won the game.
No, we have. Surely that's how he reacts.
All the numbers are right. They're just
wrong orders?
They're just not in the right order, guys.
Oh, yeah.
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 What order are they in?
50, is it?
Yeah. It's a 50. There's nothing I can do about that, guys. Sorry.
And that was a failed push.
Failed push
So-
on my Cthulhu Mythos.
I think what happens is...
Your mind fractures.
God, I'm so sorry. Tilly, I'm so sorry.
I think probably it does on some level.
not your
You
fault.
hear the trapdoor open behind you. Figures are coming down. You feel the hands on you, but you can't. You're completely sort of catatonic as you see Mrs. Croft's body start to shift and change. Coghill, you feel these hands dragging you. You realise you're being dragged back up the tunnel.
Yes.
You see the tunnel disappear behind you. These cultists disappear. They look confused as you're dragged away, dragged back up the tunnel you came from.
These are the hands I ran into.
Elvedon, you see this sort of amniotic thing emerge from the tunnel and swirls its way towards Mrs. Croft. And then it's joined by about 10. It's got 10 sort of limbs that end in massive hands that are groping and clawing the whole way, and in some of them is wrapped Coghill. As you're being dragged through...
Yes.
Is there anything you want to do as an action?
Yes, I think I want to finish my scotch. And I want to...
How much luck have you got?
I've got quite a lot.
He's still got a bit of luck, hasn't he?
Well, I say quite a lot. I've got 27.
It's better than the rest of us.
Because you could always try and, as you're dragged through, you could try and finish the ritual on Elvedon's behalf.
Yeah. Well, this is it. I mean, do I have the manuscript?
You don't need it. Not if you...
No.
Not necessarily.
True. Yes. Well, I think... I mean, I'll try to do something because... as the hands... I was going through the trenches, but I think as soon as I'm pulled backwards by this many-limbed amniotic demon, I sort of... obviously, I realise something's slightly off. But no, I do. I think... Yeah, I do. I'll spend all that luck.
Well, it'll be a Cthulhu mythos roll.
Now, what is your mythos at the moment? Because so you went indefinitely insane.
Yes.
When you saw the dragons, right?
Yes.
And since then, you've had 3 bouts of madness.
3 bouts. Yeah. So
that puts you up to 8, as far as I'm aware.
It's 8 on my character sheet. Yeah.
Let's have that roll.
Yeah. Let's give it a go. 38. I've got 27 luck. For fuck's sake.
So cruel. So cruel.
You can push the roll.
I'll push the roll. I'll push the roll by...
How would you push it?
I'm going to... As these hands... I'm going to take one of the hands. I'm just going to suck on its fingers. No, I don't know what I'm going to do. How do I push it? I think I take the hands. I'm grabbed by all these hands, right? They're sort of pulling me back through the thing. I want to push them further into my chest wound. I want to like pull out. I want to open it up. I feel like I think back to my days in Mons, in the Somme, in Wipers. I think to the last words of people who were torn open, who I was trying to frantically put together. There's something about like someone being stitched back up that sort of seals back in the hurt, the pain, the grief, the guilt, and I want to open myself up to knowledge instead, even if it means killing myself. So I let these hands pull me apart and I help them. I sort of, as they drag me backwards, I pull with them and I tear open the wound on my chest, and I close my eyes and I just that's it. I try to channel some sort of spiritual awakening.
Let's have that roll. Yeah.
8% chance.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. That's a 10.
Oh, so close.
So that's a bit of a fucker. For fuck's sake.
Yes. And so you are completely dismantled by the hands. And the amniotic thing starts to disappear inside Mrs. Croft. And you watch in horror, just your mind, it's like you can't think straight. You're just this sort of passive observer. You feel so distanced from your own body, like an out-of-body experience, as it disappears inside Mrs. Croft, taking Coghill with it. Until it's gone.
Sorry about that.
And then Mrs. Croft, her eyes flick open, and she sits up and says with a strange voice, "Now. The time is now." And
Shadows start to fill the room as we fade to darkness.
Garrett. Forgot to bolt the bloody door again. Who's there? I'm afraid you've missed Evensong. The minster's closed. Peter, you're back. What's happened?
Forgive me. I did not know where to go. This man needs help. He is vicar of Danann.
He's wounded. How did you get him all the way to York?
God forgive me. I stole a car. I had to. There was violence. People trying to kill everyone. He is good man. I had to help him.
We have to get him to a bed. Help me, Peter, and then run for the doctor. I'll do what I can in the meantime.
Thank you, Canon.
Then you must tell me how this happened, in detail.
It was darkness. It was the darkness from hell. This was an Apocalypse Players production. Dr. John Elvedon was played by Joseph Chance. Colonel Ambrose Coghill by Danann McAleer. Dr. Jemima Croft by Tilly Steele. With additional voices by Dan Wheeler. If you've been enjoying the podcast, please do like, subscribe, and drop a review wherever you listen. We would also like to thank our dedicated patrons, without whom these horrors would not exist. You can join the cult, Patreon, yourself by going to patreon.com/Apocalypse Players for even more audio nasties. Or if you're looking for like-minded deviants to talk to about the podcast, or to play your own games with, please do check out our vibrant community over on Discord. Links to all this can be found in the show notes. Thanks for listening, and until next time, I have been Dominic Allen, your keeper of arcane lore. And I'd like to leave you with this.
Epilogue. Making an enemy of our own future.
Good evening.
Terribly sorry to bother you at this hour.
We wouldn't have come unless it was urgent.
May we come in?
What's this about?
We'll explain inside.
Well, I'd rather you just told me.
Young man, we can hardly pose a threat. I'm the youngest knight. I'm 68.
Where's your wife?
My wife? She's away, seeing a friend. What's it to you?
Mr. Croft, your wife accompanied the Colonel up north, along with Dr. Elvedon. Well, we have reason to believe that they may be in trouble.
What do you mean, trouble? They've only been gone a few days. Do you know what time it is?
The Colonel wouldn't miss a meeting unless something had happened.
We all served together during the Great War. Coghill's one of ours. We made a pact. We swore an oath to each other because of what we found.
We never leave a man behind.
The Colonel hasn't returned. Neither has John Elvedon. And neither has your wife, Mr. Croft.
Yes. So, we're here to ask you if you will help us.
What do you mean?
We're going north, Mr. Croft. We're going to bring them back.